Yeah, buddy. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Tiberious back with another video, and today we are going to take a look at the AKV from Palmetto State Armory. The AKV, or as I call it, the baby AK, is loosely built on a Russian subgun called the Vityaz, however you say it. I do not know. One big difference between a traditional AK and this one, this is a blowback design. And blowback designs are typically very, very reliable and very, very durable. Through all the testing I have done and all of the research I've done online, the AKV is just that. Super reliable, super durable. In the beginning, Palmetto State Armory had a couple little issues with the AKV. This is kind of like the third generation now, and they are absolutely good to go. Before we get started, let me give a big thanks to my friend Tim. Tim is a friend of this channel. He lent us this pistol so I could show you guys and do a review on it, and as always, that is greatly, greatly appreciated. Last but certainly not least, at any time during this review, if you think I have earned it, please hook me up with those likes. Drop a comment down below. Go ahead and click the subscribe button. If you want to do any of those things, I greatly appreciate it, and it really, really helps us out more than you can imagine. With all that out of the way, let's take a look at the baby AK. So let's start at the bottom and we will work our way forward. Love this brace. I think it is aesthetically very, very pleasing. I love how it is a folding brace. It folds very easily and it looks fantastic. Not only when it's open, also when it's folded. Now the way it attaches with a standard 1913 adapter. So if you want to swap this brace out, if you don't care for this brace, you want a SB Tactical or whatever, you can easily do so. It's also adjustable a tiny bit up and down if you want to sit a little higher or a little lower. The only thing this brace is not great at is being an actual brace. I can't say I use my braces as braces very often, but if you want to, it's not the best brace for that. Talking about the controls in general, the controls are all very, very AK-ish. So if you like AK controls, if you are used to them, you are going to feel right at home with these controls. The safety is excellent. It feels good. It looks good. It has a nice big ledge here to you to turn it on and off with your trigger finger or your thumb if you're lefty. Charging handle is good. Good shape, good size. No issues at all there. One of my favorite features of this gun is you saw it has a last round bolt hold open. I pulled it to the rear and it locked to the rear, which is great when you're shooting, so you know when you are out of blammo and you need to reload that gun. On the other side here, it does have a very, very small bolt release, which is fantastic. Makes loading the gun much easier. You can put the magazine in, depress this lever, and it loads. It sends a bolt forward rather, which is great. My only complaint is look how small that bolt release is. It is a very, very small release. So as happy I am that it's there, I wish it was a little bit more larger, just a little bit larger to make the controls a little easier. Looking at all the rivets, let me flip this guy back around so you can see him a little better. They're all nicely done, so you AK enthusiasts will be very, very happy about the way this AK looks. The furniture on this particular AKV is a nice dark red wood furniture, and I think it looks great. I am a very, very big fan of that look. If you are not, you can get it in a lighter color wood. You can get it in black. You can get them with the Magpul MOE furniture. There's about a dozen different options, way over a dozen different options on the Palmetto State Armory website. As far as your trigger, you have two different options. This is the base option, and it is decent. It's adequate. It's a very basic AK trigger. If you look here, there's really no walls, so you don't know exactly where it's gonna break. So it was smooth, don't get me wrong, but there's no wall, there's no stacking. It's a very long pull for a single stage trigger, and then look at this long reset. So it's tactile and audible, but that is very long. Do it again. So I didn't know where it was gonna break exactly, and I don't care for that. So it's serviceable, it's adequate. I was easily getting hits on steel at 100 yards without issue. The other option here is a trigger from ALG. And if you are a trigger snob at all, I would definitely consider the ALG trigger. I think it is definitely a better option. Talking about the magazine release, it's a paddle style AK release. It is huge, it is oversized. There we go, that's a good view of it. The side that you're gonna press is textured, which is good. Now I really struggled with it doing magazine exchanges, not because anything that's wrong with it. It's 100% my skills. I'm definitely an AR kind of guy, and I'm more comfortable and familiar with them, so I was extremely slow on magazine exchanges with this. Speaking about your magazines, it comes with one 35 round magazine that is made in the US, polymer with steel feed lips reinforced. Cool thing about it is it can take the CZ Scorpion mags, it can take the Magpul mags, and even better, they're super affordable, guys. These magazines are only 15 bucks for something that's made in America and has a very good reputation of being super reliable. If that's not enough, you can get a 15 round extension for $20 to make a 50 round stick mag, and then they also offer a 50 round drum mag for $100, but there's some questionable reliability on the drum mag. I didn't test it, I don't know, but that's what I read. The best magazine they offer is the Chiquita Banana magazine. I love that one. Another nice thing is when the bolt is closed, very easy to insert the magazine, no issue there, so that's good. Let's talk about the sights real quick. Your front sight is a hooded, let's see if I get my camera to focus on it. It is adjustable up and down. The rear is a U-notch similar to a pistol. Sorry about the weird angle. I don't want to take off my buddy's red dot and have to resight it in for him. So very basic AK sights, but they are definitely usable. If you choose to put a small red dot on here with a low mount, you can actually co-witness them in case the optic goes down. You can still look through the sights. The front sight block is not an actual gas block, even though it looks like it. It is a blowback gun, so there's no gas coming back through. It's just there for aesthetics. As far as the barrel that it is pinned and welded to, you have a 10.5-inch barrel that's nitrate treated, so it should last a very long time. The twist rate in there is 1 in 10, and then the threads on the muzzle device are 1/2 x 28, so you can easily add a different muzzle device or suppressor or whatever you are into. This particular muzzle device I think is a little too aggressive for what it is. You know, I know it's a blowback gun, but it's 9mm. It doesn't have a ton of recoil. And while this is a very effective muzzle device, it is a very effective muzzle device. So if this was my gun, I'd probably put something on here a little bit more tame, but that's personal preference. You guys may like that muzzle break the way it is. Another great thing this AK has is the front trunnion. The bolt carrier is all made from forged. The receiver is stamped, but everything else in there is forged, which is fantastic. Also up front here, you do have a sling swivel. If you want to add a sling to this bad boy, you can do so. Let's move back to this dust cover that I conveniently skipped a little while ago. I wanted to save it for the end when I take the AK apart here. But it is a hinge dust cover, and it has a very solid lockup. While I was at the range, I opened this a few times just to see if it would hold zero with the dust cover open, and it did. It did a very good job, even with this budget red dot that's on here. I opened it, closed it several times, and I was still easily hitting steel at 100 yards. I didn't bench rest and shoot it on paper, but it was still pretty good. Taking out our recoil spring, you will notice that there is a buffer on there. AK guys, don't flip out. Keep in mind, this is not a traditional AK. This is, on the outside it is, but on the inside it is a blowback design, so there is that. Let's drop our safety and then bring our charging handle and bolt to the rear, and that is pretty much how you field strip an AK, as simple as that. Extended, this thing is 27 inches. Folded, it's about 19. It is less than 7 pounds. And it is made in America, and you can get it for less than $1,000. So I really think this is a fantastic pistol. If you don't like this exact setup, there are literally over 25 different setups that you can choose from rifles to pistols to Magpul furniture to SB tactical braces, no brace, light wood, dark wood. I mean, you get the point. There's tons and tons of different options. MSRP, you're looking at between 800 and 1,000 is what I saw. As far as street prices, obviously keep in mind this changes every single day. And I couldn't check all 25 different setups, but for the most part they were around 700-ish to 900-ish, but that's gonna change constantly. Alrighty, let's talk about some pros. First, Palmetto State Armory has been killing it. They offer a lot of really good products at very good prices. I'm very impressed with what they have going on over there. 2, any pistol caliber carbine is a blast to shoot. Doesn't matter whether it's an AK, AR, I absolutely love them. 3, the fact that this AK has a last round hold open and it has a bolt release is fantastic. That just makes the manual of arms so much easier for most people. And I love the whole magazine situation. Everything to do with the magazines is great. Whether that's the magazine release, how easy it is to put the magazine even when the bolt is closed, the price of the magazines, the 35 rounds, how it takes CZ mags, it takes Magpul. You get it. Everything to do with the magazine is just fantastic. As far as cons, guys, I have 2. As much as I love that it has this bolt release, it is quite possibly the smallest bolt release I have ever seen. I wish Palmetto State Armory made it a little bit larger. I would definitely like to see that. 2 is going to be the trigger. While this trigger is fine, there's nothing wrong with it. It's a typical basic AK trigger. If you are a trigger snob at all and you are going to get one of these, I would definitely consider getting the one with the ALG trigger. That is a significantly nicer trigger, and I think it might be worth the extra money, but obviously that's up to you. As far as uses of this gun, there's quite a few. Personal and home defense are obviously going to be the most common ones. It is also a blast at the range. Again, I know I said it a few times, but shooting pistol caliber carbines is just so much fun. I think this would be perfect if you wanted to use it as a truck gun or as a backpack gun. This would be absolutely perfect in either one of those roles. If you can think of any other ideas though, please drop them in the comments. Let me know. Before I let you guys go, let me thank my friend Tim one more time. He's the one who lent this baby AK to the channel so I could review it. Thank you very much, Tim. That is very nice, very generous of you. Once again, if you think I deserve it, please hook me up with those likes. Go ahead and hook me up with a comment. Hit that subscribe button. All those things really help us out. And if you do any of those things right now, I am going to come through your screen and give you the biggest high five you have ever received. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace. Messed that one up. Nah, that's up.